I want to start with a statement that might feel a little uncomfortable. You think you're in control of what you do online, but what if you're not? Think about it for a second. Every single tap on your screen, every time you scroll down that endless feed, every video that automatically plays next, are you really truly choosing all of that? Because what if the entire system, this whole digital world we spend so much time in, has been built from the ground up to give you the perfect illusion of control, all while it's gently guiding you along? That's the big idea we're going to unpack here. All right, so how does this whole thing work? Well, it all starts with something called the attention economy. And the idea is actually pretty simple. Think about it. There's basically unlimited stuff to look at online, right? But your attention, that's limited. It's a finite resource. And because it's so scarce, it's become incredibly valuable. So all these companies, they're basically in a war for your eyeballs. So how do they win that war? Well, it is definitely not by accident. They use a very specific kind of design, one that's literally engineered to get you hooked, to make you keep coming back without even thinking about it. You know, this analogy just nails it. That pull to refresh motion, that's you pulling the lever. You have no idea what's going to pop up. It's a gamble every single time. And here's why that's so incredibly powerful. With a slot machine, you're hoping for three cherries. On your phone, you're hoping for likes, new messages, or some cool new content. But the psychology behind it? It's exactly the same. It's all about unpredictable rewards. See, your brain gets this little shot of dopamine, the feel-good chemical, not when you get the reward, but in the anticipation of it. And that feeling? That's what builds the habit and keeps you pulling the lever. And let's be clear, this is all very intentional. It actually has a name, persuasive design. It's the craft of building digital spaces without any of the natural stopping points we have in the real world, like the end of a chapter in a book. The whole goal is to keep you engaged forever. And once you start looking for it, you see these tricks everywhere. Infinite scroll means the page literally never ends. Autoplay means the next video just starts without you doing a thing. There are no natural breaks, no moments for your brain to go, all right, that's enough for now. The system is just built to go and go and go. Okay, so these systems are great at grabbing and holding our attention, but it goes a lot deeper than that. They're not just trying to keep you there, they're actively trying to shape what you decide to do next. And they do this with a technique called nudging. Now, the key here is that the system never forces you to do anything. You're always technically free to choose, but it makes one option way easier, way smoother. It makes it the default. And, as humans, we almost always take the path of least resistance. We follow the nudge. Now, when this nudging gets applied to the information you see, things get really interesting. You're not seeing the whole picture. An algorithm is handpicking what gets in front of you, creating what's called a filter bubble. It's basically a personalized version of reality, just for you. And the system learns fast that the easiest way to keep you engaged is to just show you stuff you already agree with. And here's the little psychological trick that makes this so powerful. Inside that bubble, you start seeing the same ideas over and over and over again. All that repetition makes those ideas feel super familiar. And our brains have this weird shortcut. If something feels familiar, we tend to think it's true. This brings us to what is maybe the most crucial idea in this whole thing. All these pieces we've talked about, the persuasive design, the nudging, the filter bubbles, they're not separate things. They all connect to form this giant, powerful, and totally invisible system. It all starts with you. Every single tap, every like, every half second you pause on a video, all of that is data. You are constantly teaching the algorithm what you want. And then the system takes all that data and uses it to change what it shows you next. It gets better at nudging you. It makes your filter bubble even stronger, and it starts to subtly reshape your behavior to keep you hooked. And that's it. That is a feedback loop. Your actions, the output, become the system's instructions, the input. And the really wild part, the kind of scary part, is that once you're inside the loop, you can't see it anymore. It's invisible. You just feel like you're making your own choices, one after another. So why does any of this matter? Well, when you take this idea and scale it up to billions of people, each in their own little loop, the consequences are massive. When every single one of us is living in our own personalized, algorithm-curated reality, our shared understanding of the world starts to fracture. We literally aren't seeing the same world anymore. And that can fuel the kind of deep societal polarization that we're seeing all around us. Now, I know that all sounds pretty bleak, but the point here is not to make you feel hopeless. It's the exact opposite. Because the moment you can see the system for what it is, you can start making different choices. And the first, most critical step is just awareness. So, I want to leave you with this question to take with you. The next time you find yourself deep in a scroll or about to watch another video that's autoplaying, just pause for a second. Ask yourself, am I actively choosing this, or was I just guided here? Just asking that question is a powerful act. It pierces the invisibility of that feedback loop. And that awareness, that's the essential first step toward reclaiming real control in your digital life. It puts the choice back in your hands.